So we're back after that very exciting women's race, and we move on to our men's A race, and we have a cracking field here, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a local explosion, but we've also got a few people travelling up from Melbourne. Some very, very solid contenders in this race. Now, official Peter Barrett just giving them their last instructions before they head to the line. We'll run through the field very quickly. From Bendigo University, Ned Buckle. Also from University, Brian McKinley. Up from Glen Huntly, Sam Toll. Well, looks like he might be missing, actually, young Sam. Jamie Cook from the Bendigo Harriers. Matt Gunther is in this field. Brett Ellis up from Williamstown. Johnny Earl up from Melbourne Uni. Matt Buckle, who is Ned's twin.
On your mark.
Nathan Stote from the Bendigo Harriers. Zach Norton up from Geelong Guild. Ben Kelly from Glen Huntly. Archie Reid, who's an Echuca boy, but he runs for South Bendigo. Michael Marantelli, Athletics Essendon. Brady Trelfel, the Bendigo Harriers. Our race favourite, Andy Buchanan from Bendigo University. And Julian the Moose Spence from the Ballarat Harriers, who coincidentally coaches our ladies winner, Ali Pashley. So the boys have settled down here. There's still a bit of a pack as they go through the line the first time. Pace is being taken up there by Ben Kelly by the looks. Andy Buchanan in second. Cook. Oh, a bit of tripping there. Bit of a clip. Hope that hasn't ended too badly for anyone else. So it looks like Ben Kelly there in second or third position. So we'll get a lap. We'll get a lap here as they go through. And it's pretty hot, 72-second laps. So that's a pretty hot pace that's been set by these boys. That's well under 3K pace. So well under 15-minute pace at the moment. We can cast doubt over whether they'll keep that up or not, but they're the ones running the race and they'll know their pace. So a huge cheer as they come through the marquee for the second time. So it's Kelly, Buchanan, Stote on the hip there. Archie Reid in third. Oh, it's a blur as we go past Michael Marantelli, getting a bit of a touch up there from Jamie, the captain Cook. So still very bunched here. But make no mistake, they are hurtling. So Trelfel in the mix there, middle of the pack in the Harriers top. Cook also in the Harriers top behind him. Archie Reid's decided to drop the red South Bendigo singlet for the night. He's in the lime green in third position there. There was some conjecture leading into this race about who would be wearing the now outlawed Nikes and who'd be in the Spikes. Nikes versus Spikes. I do believe we have one competitor opting to wear the now illegal Nikes, but that certainly won't matter here tonight. So it is still the status quo. We come through the first K, 3:06. So maybe the pace has dropped a little bit. We expected a little bit faster, but maybe the conditions are taking their toll. Although Cook now goes around. He's had enough. He says, enough of this, Ben Kelly. This is the speed we want. So Jamie Cook at the front of this pack now, and he's joined by Nathan Stote, who's also decided that enough is enough. Jamie Cook, by coincidence, holds the track record here for the 10,000 metres. He broke that a few weeks back. It was held by Shane Nankervis. Track record here is basically 15 flat, 15.82. It's held by Mark Tucker. Very accomplished runner over a lot of distances. So it looks like Stote at the front there. I'll have to catch him as he comes through. Nathan Stote in the tank top, if you don't mind. Jamie Cook in second. Kelly still in third, I think. Archie Reid there. Buchanan on the rail. So it is still very, very tight. Spencer's there. Trelfell's there. Marantelli making a move up the outside. Oh, another clip there at the back. So we've got this field strung out now. Stote probably, I think he's from Shepparton, Nathan Stote. He's made the trip over. A few Shepparton runners in the field. I do believe he runs with the Bendigo Harriers. Decided to go for the grey tank tonight. So if we stop the race now, to be fantastic. Harriers, Harriers, Harriers. Brady Trelfell, holder of many Bendigo Harriers records, I think from 3K up to the marathon, I believe. So Trelfell in front. Gets a G from the crowd on the way through. Trelfell, Spence on his shoulder. There's a bit of a rivalry here. I guarantee on the Inside Running podcast next week, there'll be a bit of smack talk between these boys. Kelly just on the rail there. Looks like Andy Buchanan's moved himself out, so he's just sitting and waiting. Jamie Cook there in fifth. And Buchanan has moved, so he's gone past Kelly, he's gone past Trelfell. Coming up for the 2K. And 6:05. So it was a little bit quicker. They're going through about 3 flat that lap, that 1K. And it is Spence, and it's Buchanan, and it's Trelfell. It's Kelly. Reid, Cook and Stote still there. But this field is certainly strung out a bit now. There's just gone up a bit in tempo. Under the marquee again. The crowd will give him a cheer. Stote's been pushed wide. He can't get in on that rail. Reid and Cook there. Marantelli, young Buckle. And another Buckle. It's almost like they're twins. Earl at the back. So this field has really started to separate now. Buchanan, who was the race favourite, he's got the quickest PB. He said enough is enough. We're going to string this field out. And he's gone bang. That's a 65-second lap there by my take. So he has really put the hammer down. He's blown this field apart. Archie Reid has decided he's trying to go with him. He's pretty gutsy, young Reid. So Buchanan won't have this race all his own way. Reid has decided to take it up to him, and he's coming in a big way. Kelly, Spence, Stote, Trelfell have been left for dead, and it is Reid about 5 metres behind Buchanan. Marantelli goes past Trelfell. Buckle and Gunther there as well. Earl and Norton at the back there. Oh, a little bit of a check there. Buchanan's dropped another 65, so that's 2 consecutive laps. And he's gone. He's put 20 metres on Archie Reid, who is not going very slow, but he's looking that way when compared to Buchanan. Mind me, compared to Buchanan. And the other 10th, the Roar is there again. And he's taken this race by the scruff of the neck. Is that the 3K split? So Andy Buchanan has gone through in 8:47. He has absolutely dropped a monster 3rd K. Archie Reid has tried to go with him, but he's been dropped a long way and it might have left him vulnerable to Kelly, and Spence behind. Marantelli certainly moved himself up into this race. Stote still holding. It's Cook, Trelfel and Buckle at the back there. I think Matt Gunther is just on the back there in the orange. Pick him up on the next lap. So we just have a bit of a look here. There's someone caught all out by themselves there. Absolute no man's land. So Buchanan crosses the start-finish line again, or the finish line I should say. They start at the 200. And he's put about 90 metres on the rest of the field, and Reid has blown up, so he's gone right back into this pack. Ben Kelly's back in second position. Marantelli, Spence, Stote now dropping off that pack. That's hip number 5, and it is Gunther just in the back in the orange. 6 is Brett Ellis. So he's caught right in between here. He's got about 50 or 60 metres off the back there, but he's 50 or 60 in front of this pack at the back. So there's lots of races within the races here, but in the big scheme of things, it is all Angie Buchanan. He is flying. He has a quick look at the back straight through the tent, so he's had a bit of a look over the left shoulder to the back straight. He knows he is well clear. It is now him versus the clock. He's got this race sewn up. He has got track record on his mind, and so he should. Race for the minor placings is on through the marquee now. Kelly still leads that one. We'll stick with Buchanan for the time being. He enters the back. So Andy coming down for his next K, I think. So this will be 4 Ks for Andy. Clock ticks over 11 and a half. So he has built some sort of lead here, and he has done it on the back of just pure speed. He is flying and is not slowing down. He is not slowing. I've just been informed by our records officer as Andy comes through that we had our 10K champs here a few weeks ago, and Andy Buchanan relinquished his 10K record to young Harry Norman. So maybe this is a bit of payback. He got erased from the record books in the 10K. That was the under 20 record. So he is making sure he grabs a record here tonight in the 5K. Open field. So we've got a bit of a change here. It looks like Julian Spence and Michael Marantelli have gone past. Kelly and Gunther still there. Stote hanging on. Cook, Trelfel and Reid. Well, there's a little bit there. Brady and Archie probably do most of their running together. Matt Buckle behind them. He's in line to break the under 20 record here. He's got to beat 15:10. There's Brett Ellis going through. And we follow these runners. Looks like Ned Buckle, Zach Norton, Johnny Earl there. And Brian McGinley there at the back. But it's Buchanan coming up to get the bell here. 1 lap to go. Check the clock at 13:15. So he would need to fall over or try and run this last lap backwards to not break this track record. It's just a matter of how good it will look on paper. The minor placings are up for grabs, and it is a race for 2nd to 5th here. They might have dropped Gunther, these boys, but it's Marantelli, Spence and Kelly, and they are looking good. Stoke, Cook and Trelfel there. Archie Reid's been dropped by these boys. Buchanan now with about 150 to go. The clock ticks over 14 minutes. We might get a run. He's got about 100 metres. So Andy Buchanan up to get the checkered flag. He high-fives the crowd in the marquee. He's done an outstanding job here. Fantastic run from Buchanan. He showed everyone here why he's the class runner he is. Fantastic effort. $500 prize money heading into his pocket. Races here. Oh, it's Kelly and Spence up the front. Spence on the inside, Kelly on the outside. Spence has got him. Kelly in third, Marantali fourth. Great racing. Still breaking the track record, mind you. Another track record. So the first 7 runners have all gone under the track record. First 8 runners under the track record. Matt Buckle trying to break 15:10 to break the under 20 record. Oh, sorry, over 15. So Archie Reid has gone under his own under 20 record. Matt Buckle had that in his sights, but he might have to come back and run next year when Archie's open. Fantastic atmosphere. These guys have put their heart and soul into this race. But it was pretty clear very early on who the class runner in the field was, and Buchanan has let them know in a very, very large way. Super race for second, third and fourth.
Great running, guys.
We'll have our presentations very, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. We'd love you to stick around for those. But for those people heading out gate now, thank you very much for attending our inaugural 5K Frenzy in the Summer in the Parks Festival. I'd like to thank the Bendigo Council for their time. Fair few months of planning have gone into this. So it's a wonderful, wonderful chance for you to come out, and they've put on this for you. If anyone is interested in running the Bendigo Harriers as the club to join, the club is turning 100 next year. So our celebrations will start in April. If you're thinking of putting on the runners, you don't have to run as fast as Andy, but let's face it, not many do. Then support one of our local clubs in the Bendigo Harriers. We might get an interview with Andy in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll just put the microphones down now. Thank you.